Come, Evelyn, witness my perfect plan to defeat the metrosexual man-child He-Man.
As you wish, my lord.
Through the power of my raw charisma, I shall perform what is known as a Let's Play. Those oblivious oats at Oblivion have crafted the perfect RPG for me. Tyranny!
Well, it certainly has to be better than Fallout 4, where you can roleplay as anyone as long as it's a goody two-shoes.
Indeed. Who would have guessed that yes, no, sarcastic yes and question would have made for a poor dialogue mechanic?
Oh, Paladin Dance, why wouldn't you understand my need to feed?
Indeed. Now on to the character creation. New game. Normal. Yes. Good. Kind of going for a Mount Rushmore vibe, I see.
For over 400 years, the armies of Kairos the Overlord have swept across the known world. All who stood against them fell before their might. Even the Archons, women and men of immense power, were forced to kneel, chained to the Overlord's will.
Great best villain!
Now Kairos' final conquest has come to our corner of the world, and two of the Overlord's armies compete for the honor of taking our lands. The elite disfavored, and the teeming horde of the Scarlet Chorus. The voices of Nerat, spymaster and Archon of secrets, guides the fierce and undisciplined masses of the Scarlet Chorus. With each battle, the Scarlet Chorus grows stronger, as the defeated are given a simple choice: serve or die.
Oh sure, I see no
Graven
backlash that
Ash,
can have.
Archon of War and the Overlord's most loyal general, leads the disfavored. Though small in
Yeah,
number,
now that's what I'm talking
Kairos'
about.
ironclad legion has never met true defeat in open war. Watching over the two generals is Tunon, the Adjudicator, Archon of Justice,
Oh crap, that guy
eldest
looks
of Kairos'
intense.
minions. Tunon brings Kairos' laws to newly conquered lands, aided by the Fatebinders, judges and executioners of the Overlord's laws. You were among the youngest of the court of Fatebinders when Kairos' armies came to our lands. How could we have known that the fate of thousands would rest in your hands?
Damn straight! Okay, finally, to the meat of the game, the character creator. Obviously, this guy hasn't gone to the Eternia's gym, and these racist assholes don't even have a blue category. How am I supposed to show my beautiful skin? Okay, I guess molten bronze will have to do. Alright, next. Let's see here. I can't have my beautiful skull, so I'm going to have to make do. No, metrosexual anime. Kind of, no. Oh, okay, so I guess we're stuck with this one. Alright, now facial hair. Let's see here. I need my beautiful hair. Yes, for my 80 gay porn look, indeed. Unchopped, no. Now, okay, I guess this is the bet we have to do. Evil goatee. Was there... I'm missing one? Yeah. Evil Spock or bearded evil Spock? Well, I was always a Star Trek fan. Male, aggressive, male, noble. Let's see here. What does this sound like?
Got it.
No.
You learn something every day.
Oh God. I'm going to sound like I want to murder. I'm going to sound like I'm
This will
Wolverine.
be fun.
Okay, I guess it's noble it is. Alrighty. Tattoos. No, don't need any tattoos. Ugly. No. Another 80s gay porn paladin. Here we go! I wonder how that's got into the game. Beautiful! the most perfect. Alright, let's see here. Diplomat, no, shall be a noble scion. Born to noble parents, you were groomed for leadership. You spent on letters, history, rhetoric, and matters of cultural and statecraft. Indeed, much like me, through wealth and creature comfort, you were expected to grow up quickly and bear the honor of shepherding others to prosperity and war. When your parents came under the accusation of sedition, you were ordered to the Tunan, Archon of Deffer, to defend your family actions. Your parents were found guilty. They're sentenced to the dissolution of their treasonous estate. Eloquently pleading your own ignorance on your family's actions, you negotiated the most important deal yet. Immunity from the crimes of your family for the simple cost of swearing fealty to the Archon himself. Yes, until we can become the Archons ourselves. Despite the unwilling introduction, your education and savvy made you valuable in addition to the Archon's cadre of enforcers, and so long as you remain in good standing, your families might just be allowed to live. Screw them, I'm more important. Let's see here. Yes, a good old shock spell, can't go wrong with that. And, atrophy spell. What does this do? Right click. There's that. But I'm also skilled in dual wielding. Fury of blows and slice. I don't know, in RPGs, when you're a backguard, you rarely want to be in the front line. I think I'll go for the zip zap of the willpower spell. A banner, cliche, lame, wimpy. Let's see here. Yes, Beastmaster. I'm sure he already has that one in his 120-hour game, the nerd. Yes, because I'm going to be a fucking tree hugger. Yeah, come on, there has to be. Here we go! A banner of true art that one can get behind. Now, let's see here. If I can get some purple and blue going on in here. Yes. Not bad. Not bad at all. If I don't say so myself. Yeah, it kind of makes it hard to see. Have that be black, have that be gold. Yeah, there we go. Maybe red? Nah, gold. Can't go wrong. Alright, now there's a badass to be afraid of. Enter a name. Of course, we all know the mighty Skeletor. Yes, indeed. Now there's a champion that shall carry us to victory. The mighty Skeletor is both quick and witty. But for that should be good. Yeah. Just leave the rest as the same. Skills. Let's see here. Let's bring this up to a nice 40. I'll bring you up to a 35. Bring you up to a nice 40. Bring substitute up to a 30, yes. Don't need. Oh, lightning. I have 1 point left. Where shall I put it? Let's round you up to a nice 25. That should be good. I'm good at lying, and I'm good at knowledge. Beautiful. Alright, let's do this shit. Conquest! Come on, let's go. On to the story.
All the world has fallen to Kairos. And now the Overlord's eye
Best
is
villain.
on the Tears, our home. The last corner of the world free of Kairos' reign. 2 armies, the Disfavored and the Scarlet Chorus, march south from the Northern Empire, the last realm to fall to Kairos a century prior.
Okay.
In the early days of 428, Kairos' armies arrive at the Gates of Judgment, the mountainous border that we Tearsmen so long believed unassailable. Unable to agree on a unified plan of defense, the various leaders of the tiers sit and wait for each other to deal with the conquerors, until it's too late.
Yes, who would have thought that Two-Face and Professor X wouldn't get along? During the conquest, you will decide your character's actions during Kairos Hate's Great Best Villain Invasion of the Tiers, shaping the world to which you will adventure over the course of the game. Each choice you make will affect your character and how your major faction and tiers respond to you. Your decisions matter. Choose wisely. I am Skeletor. I always choose wisely. The Bastard City. Huh. I didn't know He-Man's hometown would have come in this. The Bastard City stood on the northern border between Kairos Hate's Great Best Villain Empire and the Tiers, built upon a natural harbor at the crossroads. Between the realms, the city was the nexus of commerce to the Tiers, the center of all wealth, and to the northerner, it was little more than a backwater trading post. Yeah, how snobbish. Its symbolic statue was a gateway to conquest and made it the natural site in the target of Kairos Hate's Great Best Villain military conscripts, and the circumstance where your ideal to prove your worth in the soldier of Kairos Hate's Great Best Villain army. Taking the city would send the message to the rest of the tiers. Kairos Hate's Great Best Village is insurmountable. Yes, indeed. God, fucking Christ. Kairos thinks big of himself. Alright, let's see here. Gates of Judgment. Yada, 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 yada. The two armies. Okay, so do I want to fight the war or do I want to infiltrate? Okay, let's see. Yes, I want to infiltrate. Fucking only idiots go in face first. History will remember the Gates of Judgment as the first battle of conquest, but the real combat unfolded with the advanced units of both armies preparing for the upcoming war. The disfavored and the Scarlet Bastards, which have had a plan to infiltrate the country. Which army will you join? Shall I go for the Skeleton Warriors or the fucking Choir Boys? Fucking Skeleton Warriors, duh! The Oathbound Scouts identified a modest border defense and collaborated on an organized attack that would leave the enemy uncoordinated and cut off from aid. You oversaw the preparations and offer your opinions on strategy when the clashing swords of spears fell to silence, followed by the cheerings of the disfavored Skeleton Warriors. Scouts, and you were the least surprised. Oh shit, of course, it was a beautiful plan. I came up with it. Inside Agent. Or Containing the Fire. Alright, do I want to kill a whole bunch of mages or do I want to do some more infiltration shit? I think I need to show how big my dick is. Your fierce opponents in the Bastard City were the mages and the School of the Wild Wrath. Too barbaric to use their powers responsibly. The unbridled practitioners needed to be stopped. How did you trick the hot-tempered mages into their own undoing? Allure the hot-headed mages into an ambush where the legion of Skeleton Warriors waited to spring the trap. These soldiers were hungry for a chance to subdue the arcane branch of the tier resistance. Or do I go with the Choir Boys? Voices of Norette. Jesus fucking Christ, these guys really like their singing. Singing the Archon of Secrets. Fucking Christ. Do these guys have to wank themselves off with every single one of their titles? Archon was notorious for his cool and mysterious interrogation, so he sucked out his souls. I'll bet you anything he sucks out their souls. Well, they were never seen again. Oh, fuck off. Skeleton Warriors! Mages took more dangerous research outside the Bastard City walls. You sent a scout to sabotage delicate rituals, which caused an explosion, injured and killed many senior practitioners. Enraged, the survivors expended themselves on a chase through the surrounding hills. The Skeleton Warriors surrounded them and brought them to heal. Few that survived attack were conscripted by the Scarlet Chorus. Fucking Christ, that's hilarious. Your tactics of infiltration placed you in the bastard city ahead of the main armies. Your work softened the city defenses and rivals of Hate's great best forces. Where you wanted the decisive gesture that would give you allies meaningful advantage. How did you assist in the fall of Bastard City? I kicked ass and took names. That's how I conquered Bastard City. Yeah, challenge the commander of the Bastard City defenses in an honorable fight. Spreading the words of Hate's great best villain, you converted the poor, the blah blah blah, fucking baby fucking shit. Came into the showers. I need to show what big dick OG I am. Yeah, challenge him to a fight. The city's marshals was an old but experienced fighter. His value of the guard was an acceptable truth. After making guarantees for your protection, you met him. After guarantees for your protect. What? Huh? You met him in. Never mind. You met him in the square of the market district and fought in view of the tense onlookers. The battle drew longer than you thought possible. Good fortune struck when the ornamental chain hanging from its marshal's armor snagged the quillion of his sword, granting you the opportunity to end his life swiftly. Hate's great best villain's forces celebrated your return to camp. But the dissolution of the enemy morale. All agreed the Bastard City was poised to crumble. Of course, there's the great and mighty Skeletor was there overseeing things. Ah, your city crumbled. Take that, He-Man. Fucking prick. Alright, the Bastard City settled in a new state of normalcy, with every tower displaying Hate's great banner. Your name was whispered alongside the rumors of decorated career to come. The armies divided in two fronts and migrated south. Tyranny sent word that you were to join the next frontier of Hate's great conquest, either as judge and oversees the settlement of Leviathan Crossing, or as an advisor to armies advancing to realm of Apex. Alright, let's see here. I could either throw myself against nigh impenetrable walls of the enemy's armies, or I could get rich off iron. Tough decision. Second years of Kairos conquest. Hate's great best villain. Years ago, Lithian the Bold founded a small merchant town at the intersection of the old wells. A pact between the settlers and a mercenary company met that caravans. You were able to travel without fear of bandits or bane, and the town thrived in modest insignificance. Leviathan's crossing drew Hate's great attention for the iron deposits in the surrounding hills. With the region under Hate's control, the northern Smith Mage could set up workshops to refine ore of the army of the skeleton warriors. With the finest weapons in the known world, the Archon of Secrets dismantled the mercenary support with generous bribes, taking the crossing in a bloodless victory. Tyranny dispatched you to travel alongside Hate's forces and bring order to the region. Okay, let's see here. Oh god, Cult of Siren, I don't even care. Iron must flow, here we go. Oh, Kairos, fuck it. Smith's Mage worked day and night to create weapons. No one faulted their dedication, yet production was low and needed to light a fire under their asses. The plans came to light to prove decisive in the disfavored and scarlet horses. On one hand, any additional manpower was needed for the fighters, not the forges. On the other hand, the celebrated weaponry of Kairos' army needed to be fiercely guarded. Alright, Scarlet Chorus took refugees from the recent influx. Okay, have the fucking people you captured actually work as slaves instead of being a fucking slave army. Slave armies don't work. History proved it over and over and over again. Trust me, I tried it. It didn't work against Castle Grayskull, and it won't work for the fucking Scarlet Chorus. Better off as slaves for fucking moving fucking bits of rock around. Use the strength of the fucking tribe, yada yada yada. Fucking might as well fucking put the Scarlet Chorus bastards to good use. Population of Leviathan crossings has been swelled to the emptying lands destroyed by Hate's great best villains' armies. Although the choir boys fought to keep the refugees underneath their control, they needed protection could not wait. The new controls were reassigned to haul the iron ore from the treacherous mine shafts. Labors more befitting the slaves of Cairo's artisans. Though the disfavored grew stronger with the advantage of more weapons, the choir boys diminished as their ranks found themselves with less opportunity for growth. Oh, I'm so sad that your fucking stupid plan didn't work. Alright, Guardians do. I can either babysit some fucking mercenaries, or I can, pick an armory! This is what I'm talking about. Since you aided the protection of weapons, the commanders of both armies lobbied for additional arms. They offered all manner of bribes to be the next in line, fitting for a session of Master Sword. How did you sate the last right? You let the disfavored have the eye, keeping the best tools in the hands of the elite, the Scarlet Chorus. So the sight is an obvious display of preferential treatment. Like I care. You gave iron arms to the Scarlet Chorus commander, knowing they pay very well. Choir boys have their alms to offer me. Interesting. Weaponry with such a claim was typically reserved for the highest disfavored officers, but you were changing tradition underneath the circumstance. I could use money. I could revel in just beating the shit out of both of them. That would be hilarious. Nah. But I want the fucking money. If nothing else, the choir boys won't pay for services rendered. As a reward for arming the notorious gang boss with the finest weapons, horde soldiers around the camps found excuses to palm rings or other valuables throughout the Apex Ants. You could hardly cross from one end of the camp to the other without your belt string jingling of Percival into the wood. The skeleton warriors watched the chorus lieutenants parade about with bravado, themselves disgusted by the display. Well, you should have paid up, you fucking bastards. Who controlled the crossing? The tragedy struck when the mercenary hired by the voices of Red. Oh, go figured. The fucking choir boys screwed up with their idiotic recruiting scheme. Injured a forge-bound artisan, leaving them unable to practice their craft. Tunan ordered the mercenaries to leave the city in the hands of Cairo's more responsible servants. Only a token garrison could be left behind while the armies returned to the front. As the disfavored and Scars showed increasing tensions, hostility towards each other, Tunan decreed it's best that only one force left control of the crossing. Probably the disfavored, considering that, yeah, the fucking choir boys are fucking retarded. With the skeleton warriors in place with the modest garrison in the settlement of Lethan's Crossing, though the forces was larger than might be needed to police the small settlement, protecting the forge-bound ironsmiths became the true agenda of the defense force. As these magical craftsmen kept the disfavored invasion force suited in iron, relieved as the departure of the choir boys, the citizens of Latin's Crossings felt they got at least two burns. The least of two burns. You received words from the Graven Ash thanking you for the decision. The forge bound and their weaponry could not be entrusted with the choir boys. Alright, interesting. Alright, let's see here. With the mercenaries expelled and Lethans, I keep on wanting to say Leviathan, Lethans, crossing under new leadership, Hate's great forces congratulated themselves on bringing order to the settlement and guaranteeing a productive flow of resources. Over the course of this diversion, the army fought advanced further to the tiers. Your skills were needed for the realm of Azure, stalwart of the Vellum Citadel. Alright, let's see here. Knowledge and secrets. Books are the true treasure of the world. Formal realm with the tiers, or I could starve them out. Carlos dispatch Archon of Stone to subjugate the nation of Azure. I think I'm going to go for the secrets. I'm always there for some Lovecraftian horror. If only I knew how to wake up Cthulhu, He-Man would be dead. The Vellum Citadel was an archive of the Library of Massive Scale. Its inhabitants were known as the School of Ink and Quill. It's a fucking library! That's like saying it's like book is in paper. It's like, Jesus Christ. What an unimaginative lot. A circle of mages that centuries ago carved out their own mountainous refuge on lands unsettled by other major realms. Legend said that the Citadel housed a treasure trove of arcane knowledge. The Overlord's spies infiltrated the school and confirmed that much. The time was ripe to send in the dispatchments to the Great Library and force the scholars to yield to hate's great best villain. Alright, let's see here. Okay, I can choose either between the Song of Enslavement, the Archon of Song used to power I don't care. Fuck the Archon of Song. Fucking, she's a stupid bitch. After Kairos forces rounded up the arcane practitioners, the disfavored began executing new captives they could share in dangerous knowledge. I do like knowledge. Yeah. Ordering several disfavored? Fuck that. That's stupid. You calm the disfavor and compromises? Nah, let's see what the other one. Chain of command! You detachment of Kairos' army marched on the Vellum Citadel expecting an orderly surrender, and then the main gates, blast of arcane energy, struck the commander dead. Suddenly the highest ranking liar. Suddenly the highest ranking. Redo this part. A detachment of Kairos' army marched on the Vellum Citadel, expecting an orderly surrender. As they neared the main gates, a blast of arcane energy struck the commander dead. Suddenly, the highest-ranking officer alive and hate's great forces looked for you for the next step. The call weighed on your mind and immediate sense. We're gonna have that stupid expendable rabble take the brunt of it. Don't use our fucking elite forces for that. Ever itching for a fight, the Howling Mob still recognized your maneuver as a sacrificial move. That it was. Those from the Scarlet Chorus who ran headlong into battle made promises of reckoning upon their return. They fucking stupid bastards. Thankfully for you, hardly any of them lived back in one piece. Those few which survived made fevered whisperings of their grievance, naming you as the villain of the fucking choir boys. Oh yes, I'm so frightened. Two-Face, it's going to get me. One of Batman's villains. Lost in the mountains, the disfavored learned of a hidden enemy enclave that sent scouts to locate it. When they never returned from the mission, the remaining disfavored soldiers that you send to the Scarlet Courses to retrieve the scouts, but the Scarlet Chorus flatly refused to fall into the same trap. They recommend that the scouts be treated the same wartime casualties. I'm not really interested. Ooh, here we go. The army captured a supply caravan overflowing with arcane points. When the disfavored started a bonfire of forbidden texts, Scarlet Choruses rescued the tombs from the flames and attacked. In accordance to disfavored wishes, you upheld of Hate's great law regarding the forbidden lore and had all the texts burned. No. You decreed that the disfavored are welcome to burn half of the plunder, but the Scarlet Chorus had a right claim to the other half, providing you reviewed the text first, illuminating any that touched on the forbidden knowledge. Fuck yeah, I want that. Juicy tidbits of information. The choir boys agreed to your generous terms and you sat poring over every manuscript before it was handed over. The work took several evenings and you came away with glimpses of truth better left unknown. Taking the burden upon yourself was a less risky alternative than disseminating it among Hate's great's best villain ranks, even though it didn't help you sleep at night. Yes, knowing that the fuck inside the world is a giant flesh monster waiting to be birthed to join Azeroth's course in the center of the universe can weigh on one's conscience. The Edict of Fire. Now, this sounds interesting. The food and morale dwindled as the siege party realized the enemy would win this war of attrition. Tunin sent word that Kairos' patience had run thin. The Overlord would cast an Edict of Fire upon the enemy. The parchment arrived in a cindered case of engraved iron. Written upon it the words of the spell, powerful enough to destroy the Vellum Citadel. You had the choice when to read the edict. Reading it at sunrise would offer your enemies no warning of the devastation to come. You could also wait until sunset, giving them ample time to flee or make amends. Let's see here. Often give the enemy no quarter as you proclaim the edict of fire upon the first moments of dawn, granting the enemy no warning of destruction to come. Ha, the bastards. Though the chorus insisted your actions doom their spies, the disfavored applaud your decision. Yeah, I do like killing choir boys. They still had spies within the citadel. The Scarlet Chorus urged you to warn the mages. Overlord granting the request met with the enemy under a blue flag of peace and warned them of their doom, giving the chorus spies and enemies a chance to run. While burning them alive would be hilarious. I feel like giving them a chance to run would give me allies in the future. You confronted the mages with the warning and hopes that a message was received. The hour before sunset, as the sun dipped, we all lied and read the words of the edict. The earth shook and the red-orange light glowed upon the foundation of the sprawling citadel, bubbling up from under the library. A torrent of lava heaved with explosive force, gushing from windows and between loose bricks, melting the winding trenches in the surrounding lands. Days later, the flames still raged on, the conflagration continually fed and renewed by the power of edict. Awesome. Dude, that's cool. You guys got fucked. Look, you got a fucking volcano where your fucking library was. Pompeii all over again, motherfuckers. The armies of hate's great. Left the devastation of Vellum and Citadel in silence. From this day forward, the Tears came to known as once noble Citadel as the Burning Library. This was an undisputed loss of resources, knowledge, and cultural and life, for the message has been sent. The Overlord will not tolerate any defiance. Fuck yeah! He could send a piece of paper and turn a fucking library into a fucking volcano. God damn. Yeah, no wonder this guy overthrew the entire world. You didn't have long to rest before Tunin called you into service once more. Fucking Jesus Christ, dude, get off my nuts. You were the last one to depart from the mountains as you journeyed off and spotted a few campfires in the mountains. Mere speck dwarfed by them for the last grasp of survivors, or perhaps looters of Kairos' army, bored, daring enough to pick through the ashes. Fuck yes! Skeletor is always confident in his decisions.
The year is 431, and Kairos' invasion has shattered all major opposition in the tiers. The Younger Realms, the Bastard Tier, the Free Cities. All who defied Kairos lay broken by battle, or bowed in surrender. The two armies of the Overlord, the Disfavored and the Scarlet Chorus, now control our lands.
Yeah.
But our will is not yet extinguished.
God damn it.
Not entirely. In the Valley of Vendrian's Well, those of us unwilling to bow to Kairos have banded together in defiance. Violating an oath of surrender from 2 years prior, we have staged a bloody uprising, murdering the Disfavored and Scarlet Chorus garrison in a midnight assault. With their main forces spread across the tiers, the Disfavored and Scarlet Chorus redeploy to Vendrian's Well to crush the resistance. But months pass with no definitive battle. As disagreement and discord paralyze the Archons, we bide our time and wait for our message of insurrection to spread across the tiers.
Okay, so Professor X and Two-Face got into a fucking pissing contest.
The Overlord is not amused.
No shit.
And Kairos has one message for the Archons. Crush the Oathbreakers or die. Kairos backs this threat with an edict, a magical commandment that can slay all in the valley should the order be ignored. The honor of proclaiming this edict fell to you. Sent across the mountains to Vendrian's Well, you carry the Overlord's edict to read before the Archons.
Okay, I understand why Hate's great best villain is irritated by Professor X and Two-Face's actions of them bickering like fucking old women. But couldn't you have just sent an edict saying that all fucking Oathbreakers died? Well, admittedly, it would be hilarious to watch like 90% of the fucking Choir Boys army die at that. It would just be more convenient and just quell the uprising right there. But I guess he wanted to send the message that fucking, that these kids will stop fighting or he's going to turn this car around.
As you finally make your way through the winding mountain passes into the valley, the ground trembles, and Kairos' magic seals the way behind you.
Hate's great best villain, boss, chum, you trapped me inside here with them. So if I read out that edict and they don't conquer the place, I'm going to die as well. And that's not kosher.
You are trapped in Vendrian's Well, with Kairos' armies and the Oathbreakers. The only way to survive is to fulfill the terms of the Overlord's edict, in any way that you can.
Okay, so I can either have the Oathbreakers escape the valley, I can have the Oathbreakers be conquered, I could just escape the valley myself and just let the edict take place. I mean, fuck, I'm a pretty good climber. These muscles aren't for show. Alright, I am going to call it here because I am fucking tired and hungry as fuck. No. Evelyn! Where's my chimichangas?